We will wait until 8:05. If there are none or no more students are going to join, then I will no longer be accepting. We'll have an oral recitation of the problems I've sent. You have two, that is activities 5-1 and activities for entries for 5-2. Okay, so ako po nag-check sa ato ang UL. There is only 24 of you who submitted. So out of 29 participants.
Free shipping voucher.
Collect Milo sachets and create posters for a chance to win prizes. Sign up now.
So there are some of you who did not participate, who did not submit their activities for the journalizing activity. So that's many points for you missed. Okay. So we will have 2 points each for the transactions. So we have 5-1. This is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 24. 5-2, that is
So in the previous lesson, we learned 6 rules of debit credit, and now we will be applying these rules of debit credit on how to properly record transactions in the book of original entry or the general journal. Remember, nung ating mga previous lesson, na-introduce ko na rin sa inyo yung book of accounts, and doon sa book of accounts is nandun itong tinatawag natin general. Okay, so before anything else, paki-download po ulit ang handout 01 printed na, very good things. Okay,
It's
so
27
we'll be
times 2.
recording all of the transactions for the month of April for Latin American Travel Services Company. And then doing today
that is 78 points
doon tayo ngayon
missed
magagawa ng
by those 5 students who did not submit.
So let me give you
Anyway, it's already 8:05. Then we are going to start already with our discussion. So we have, I'm going to share my screen para lang ma-remind ka saan po ang problem. So we have class na mo diha. Can you confirm? Can you hear me? Am I clear? Am I choppy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Copy. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will be calling ha. So that is 78 points. So katong mga wala yun i-submit, maghilak. 78. Mahagbong yun siya class. So 78. Dayon, for tonight, since I will be calling people to discuss or to give the entries, then I will also be giving points for each person nga ako ang i-call or ni-volunteer. So again, additional 2 points na siya class kada entry. Ako na siya itali. So if naamoy mga katong inyong mga quizzes before na kuan na kulang mo scores or wala mo nakasubmit, then pwede ninyo na siyang mabawi sa inyong oral recitation tonight. Anyway, we are going to start 5-1. I don't know if we are going to finish. I'm not going to pressure us to finish all until 5-2 because I want you to understand you completely how to journalize and how to analyze a saktong analysis when you do your journal entries. Okay? We are going to continue this on Wednesday. Again, Wednesday. And so that by Friday, akong goal is kung mahuman na ito ng 5-1 and 5-2, I'm going to give you a quiz on Friday next week. That is November 5. Okay, so mag-quiz ka na class, mag-chapter quiz ka on the journalizing entries. So we are going to meet on Wednesday again if di na ito mahuman ang 5-2. Basta, bisag mahuman lang tag 5-1 ron. Sakay na sabtan lang. Anyway, daghang chika. Ano lang for 40 minutes, so dali na ta. Dr. Jonathan Alegre opened a medical clinic in Capalong, Davao del Norte with the use of a 2-column general journal record the completed transactions during the first month of its operation using the given chart of accounts. Again, the chart of accounts will be your guide on what accounts to use in the entries. You have your cash on hand. For the assets, you have your cash on hand, accounts receivable, and use medical supplies, furniture and pictures, medical equipment. For the liabilities, you have accounts payable and notes payable. For the equity, you have J. Alegre Capital, J. Alegre Drawing. Income, you have the medical fees income, and then the expenses, you have salaries expense, taxes and licenses, and utilities expense. So given the following chart, the accounts you're going to use, you're going to give me your debit and credit entries for the transactions starting September 1. So I believe you also have your copy for this one. Just in case lang, wala. So I'm going to be flashing my screen. So you have September 1. Who would like to volunteer?
Me, ma'am.
Okay, who's this? Si Clint?
Yes, ma'am.
Clint.
Yes,
What is the entry for September 1?
So, let me just read first, ma'am, the transaction, ma'am. So, Dr. Alegre invested cash amounting to 950,000 pesos and the clinic furniture worth 250,000 pesos. So, on September 1, so accounts title are the cash on hand, furniture and fixtures, and J. Alegre Capital. So, first, cash on hand, which is 950,000. So, ato siya i-credit. So, 950,000 is credited. And the furniture and fixtures, which is 250,000, is also, rather, cash on hand is debited. And furniture and fixtures is also debited. And J. Alegre Capital, i-credit nato siya, which totals 1,200,000 pesos.
Why are you debiting cash?
We are debiting cash, ma'am, because nagpagawas tag kwarta, ma'am. And then, kaning sa furniture and fixtures, ano siyang i-debit is because your assets will increase, ma'am, and i-credit na to ang J. Alegre because it is a capital under owner's equity.
Nagpagawas ba 950? You have to put yourself, okay, as the company. You are doing entries for the medical clinic. Nagpagawas ba og kwarta ang medical clinic or nakadawat kwarta?
Anday, ma'am.
Then,
Brother ko anday, ma'am, ni-invest ka na 50,000.
Kinsa ni-invest? Ang company or ang si Alegre? Dr. Alegre?
Si Dr. Alegre, ma'am.
You have to be careful. Dili ka pwedeng muingon nga, i-invest ka o kwarta because as the bookkeeper, your standpoint should be at the standpoint of the company. Or you are making entries for the medical clinic. You are not making entries for Dr. Alegre. So you have to put yourself at the standpoint of the medical clinic. When Dr. Alegre invested cash, okay, si Dr. Alegre, iyahang i-own, di ba? Siya ang i-open. Pero we have this, katong entity principle nato. This is entity principle, di ba? Ang owner o ang entity are separate and distinct. So dapat, ato na siyang pirming huna-hunaon. Even if si Dr. Alegre ang owner, na ay iyahang separate books, na ay iyahang separate identity ang medical clinic itself. So again, ang imong entries is himo nimo sa medical clinic, dili sa standpoint ni Dr. Alegre. So when Dr. Alegre invested cash, si medical clinic nakadawat og cash nga 950, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the medical clinic received 950 pesos, and because cash is an asset, since naka-receive man ka og cash, okay, so what will happen to your asset? Will it decrease or will it increase?
Increase, ma'am.
Okay, it will increase. So that's why kay cash man ang imong nadawat, cash po ang account title nga imong gamiton, and you are debiting cash in this scenario because you are increasing cash, di ba? And when you're trying to increase cash, you are going to debit or credit?
Increase cash.
I-debit ni mo, ma'am.
Debit, correct. So since again ha, class, ang imong analysis, naka-receive ka of cash. Ang cash is an asset. And when naka-receive ka, it means nisaka ang imuhang asset nga cash. So when cash is increased, you have to debit it because Alice, or katong inyuhang lain nga word dealer, di ba? Ang asset, para ma-increase, dapat i-debit. So, you have to debit cash, 950, the same way with the clinic furniture. So, si furniture is still an asset, so it should be debited. And since Dr. Alegre, as mentioned by Clint, invested man, so dapat credit ka sa capital. Because ang investment, ang imong capital account will be increased for investment. And then capital, since sa Alice, naaman siya sa sulod, di ba, L-I-N-C, apil man ang capital dito, so that should be credited when you try to increase. Credit, J. Alegre capital, the total of 950 plus 250, which is 1,200,000. Nakuha, class, ang entry?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Klaro ha? Aisha, nasabtan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move on to transaction number 2. Who would like to volunteer?
Ako, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Clariza.
Aishin, ma'am.
Ay, si Aishen. Oh, sorry. Aishen. Okay, September 2.
So, transaction number 2, bought medical equipment on account from Manila Medical Equipment Supply Company amounting to 750,000 pesos, paying 200,000 pesos and issued a note for the balance. So, medical equipment, 750,000 is debit, and the accounts payable 200,000 credit, and also the notes payable 550,000 pesos credit.
Okay, let's process your suggested entries. Nipalit man kag medical equipment. So since nipalit kag medical equipment, you're going to receive the equipment. So usa ka mudaghan ang imong assets. So that is correct. You're going to debit the medical equipment. That's correct. Debit medical equipment for the entire amount of 750. Na ako'y problema sa imong credit. Aishen. Ningon ang problem. Paying 200,000. Ang imong gi-entry sa aqua is accounts payable 200,000. Ang gingon sa problem, paying 200,000 pesos. Correct ba nga accounts payable ang imong i-entry ani?
Cash on hand ba?
Cash. So, cash siya, ma'am.
Ano mang cash?
Kay ni-pay naman siya, ma'am. Paying, manalo na.
Oh, unya nga namang accounts payable imong i-ingon
Ma'am, I think
Nasa'yo po.
kay kuan man, ma'am.
Palit kag 750,000 or
Paying ko nag-focus.
oh, so when you paying 250,000, ay 200,000, and issued a note for the balance. So, sabot ipasabot ani nga sentence. Try to analyze, di ba? Dili paying na mubayad pala. You are already paying now. So, you paid 200,000, and then you're going to issue note for the balance. So, pareha ba na siya class of kanang mura ka og ni hatag og down payment. So, ni-pay ka og 200,000 and then the balance will be issued with a notes payable. So, kung given the scenario I shared, what will be your corrected entry?
Kuan, ma'am. Medical equipment, 750,000 pesos debit. Cash, 200,000 pesos credit. And notes payable, 550,000 credit.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Aishen. Natin mga reactions and questions from the body.
Nakoy question, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Kanang ang nakabutang sa kuan ng chart of accounts nga asset is cash on hand ba ma'am niya abi na mo maro po ng
Okay, you can use cash or you can use cash on hand. That's correct. So, specifically because the chart of accounts use cash on hand should be used, not only cash. Yes, Clarissa, you're raising your hand.
Dili day accounts payable ng 200,000 ma'am kay nakabutang ang bought medical equipment on account. So, bato ko nga accounts payable. Paying 200,000 day ko notes payable kay notes payable for the balance. Ay, given a note for the balance.
But ang iingon, you paid on account. Ang buti pasabot og paid on account, meaning giutang. So, dili ba't ipasabot nga kung giutang, accounts payable na dayon siya, correct?
Ibalik ko na itong karnam, katong slide mo.
So, ganito akong kuan, ma'am.
Ibalik
Ganito
na.
ko kay namin ang account.
Take mo na yan.
Analyze. I-analyze na parang ani dyan yung accounting. Okay. So, ang ingon sa problem is bought medical equipment from Manila Medical Equipment Supply Company amounting to 750,000. Paying 200,000 and issued a note for the balance. So, kung focus mo, paying 200,000, nibayad ka 200,000 pesos, and you issue a note for the balance. So, 750 minus cash na payment, 200,000, equals 550 na lang. That is, kay issue man kang note, ang imong credit ana is notes payable. Okay, sige, question. Asa man ta nalibog?
Ay, account.
Sa on account yan, ma'am.
Account.
Things on account.
With that nga, pan ma, both medical equipment on account pa Manila Medical, so accounts payable. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Entire sentence, entire given. Ingon man siya nga paying 1,000. So, pay na siya.
Basta gidula-dulaan na gud ang utok kanida.
Okay. So, ingon siya, paid 200,000 and issued a note for the balance. So, you already paid. You already paid 200,000. So, dapat cash on hand na i-credit. Hindi siya accounts payable. On account man gihapon lang magkuan ka notes payable kay payable man na siya. Mura na siya buti pasabot na bought equipment on account na ay payable pero not necessarily accounts payable dayon automatic. Although in many cases mugod na siya account payable kung ingon na bought on account accounts payable. Okay.
Sige.
Let's move on to the next. Naghan ko na ba ni? Let's move on to September 4.
Ma'am.
Is this, kindly identify ka, dili ko makita sa inyong sa inyong name.
Kapag
Alma.
Alma ka ba?
Kapag
Yan na. Yan na sunod. Si Alma Usman. Sige, Alma.
September 4, both medical supplies for 100,000 cash. So, ato yung putang diri sa cash, debit 100,000. Then, ato, since may palit man siya medical supplies, so ato pong butangan dito sa credit 200,000. Ito, ma'am.
You bought medical supplies.
Yes, ma'am.
You bought medical supplies. So, sa maning medical supplies, what type of account na ni?
Expenses? Dili.
Asset.
Assets.
Sky?
Binili niya.
Magamit na nito.
Gamiton, and then you're for your operations. Di ba mo man na, ato ang nature of the asset. Assets are items that you're going to make use of para sa imuhang operations. So, dapat, kung sa may correct na debit ani Alma, if this is an asset, ang medical supplies.
Yes,
Medical supplies is credit.
medical
Kaya
supplies.
mag-credit. O ang medical supplies, may palit ka medical supplies.
Debit.
Idaghan imong medical supplies, igamay.
Kaya natumaban.
Okay.
Debit, ma'am.
Dati, balik.
Dadagdagan.
Ayun, tayo niya.
Debit.
Kasi, ako mag-asset amin.
Didaghan man.
Magamit po.
Yeah. Pagpalit mo, makanisig mo kag medical supplies. So, na kay asset. Didaghan man.
Okay.
Kaya debit mo ang
Mine. Ako,
paggawa sa imong currently, na namang gidebit mo ang cash. Diba? Gidebit mo sa imong entry. Didaghan di imong cash nga nipalit man ka. Kung sa itabo sa imong cash kung mapalit ka, makuhaan,
ako
magaganan.
ang gikuhan.
Makuhaan.
Dungagan, madungagan imong asset. Yung ako ang mine kay ni both. Okay. So, yan na rin yun dapat ang kuhan. So, ako ang gikuhan
Yes.
ng both medical supplies. So, nakaanak ko nga, ibutang na ko siya kuhan kidit. Kaya nagpagos ko kwarta, but then, wala na ako ibutang sa akong mine nga mo, asa na increase akong asset. Sa iyo.
Increase ang imong asset. Actually, ang imong gibuhat ani is, ang both asset accounts nimo, ni-increase imong cash, ni-decrease. Cash is still an asset, di ba? Cash nimo, ni-decrease. Ni-bayad man ka. Ang cash nimo makuhaan. Di ba, class? Kaya ni-bayad
Nga
man ka.
akong gibutang sa kuha ma'am kay ano na ko gibutangan ako ang credit to 100,000 gibutangan ko 100,000 debit sayo ma'am
That's correct. But ang imong account type, naman ang gidebit
sayo
nimo.
kuan
Ang gidebit nimo is, unsa nga account type on?
ang debit na ko debit sa asa mo to 4444 debit ako kasi kita akong tiyang cash
Debit ang cash, but iba pasabot ana nga entry, unsa man, ni-increase imong cash. Then imong i-analyze. Aning September 4, ni-increase ba tinuod akong cash? Kung mabayad ko, if ba mo minus pa na sa akong cash, mabayad man ko sa makuha akong kwarta. O, so kung makuha na akong kwarta, dapat wala sa debit ang cash, naa siya sa credit. At ang imo,
Akong entry diri ma'am kay cash. Kaya ang cash, ibutangan ako o 100,000 na debit. Dayon, ibutangan ako o medical supplies. Ang 100,000, ibutang ko na ko sa credit. I-balance pa.
yes, that is still balance pa. Napali ang imong account title. Ang imong cash,
Clear,
price
ano,
yung
clear, ah.
yeah, when you paid for the medical supplies, nakuha ang mo nakadawat pang kung medical supplies. So mo increase po ang imong ang asset gihapon. So the correct entry is Edmar. Unsay correct entry ani Edmar?
Medical supplies is for debit and cash is debit and credit is 100,000.
Correct. And babalik na ka-account. Naka-receive of medical supplies, debit, unused medical supplies, 100,000. And then kay bayad mo sa cash, is cash, 100,000. Next.
Mama ko,
Identify yourself.
dito. Ragas ma'am, sorry.
Ragas. Sige, Ragas. So sa imong name, ba ni Ragas?
Journaling po ma'am.
Jeneline?
Opo.
Okay. Wrong na po di ako. Jeneline. Jeneline. Okay, let's go. September 5. Okay, Jeneline.
On September 5, the doctor withdrew for his personal use 15,000. So, he withdrew for his personal use and that's an expense. Yung title po ng the account is Allegre Drawing. So, debit is 15,000 and credit po sa cash is also 15,000.
Okay, very good. So, naakay drawing because the doctor withdrew from the company for personal use. So, it should be J. Allegre Drawing, which is an expense. Or it actually is under the owner's equity chart of accounts, but it's like an expense on the part of the company or the medical clinic. So, nagpagawas man sad ka, you dispersed 15,000 cash because na-ay withdrawal. So, dapat credit, cash, 15,000. Again, J. Allegre Drawing debit, 15,000. And then credit, cash, 15,000. Okay, let's have September 7, medical fees.
Credo.
Would like to volunteer.
Credo.
Edo LA.
Medical fees income earned per week cash 50,000 pesos and account 60,000. And account title is cash on hand debit. Oh God. Cash on hand,
Okay.
cash debit 50,000, accounts receivable debit 60,000. Medical fees income credit 110,000 pesos.
Very good.
Ang ako nabutang is 30 ra sa cash. Tayita.
30, nalibat ka.
Naliwat.
Kana po yung mga sakit sa mga taong gati o accounting. Malibat ka ng number.
Excuse me ma'am, kailangan siya i-add ng pag tuwa ka buhok ma'am, i-add siya pila sa credit sa debit ma'am.
Pwede na di mong ibinagsa. No problem.
Okay ah.
So you can,
Oh my God. So,
Pwede na ma'am, pwede na tayo pinagsa.
so you can do debit. O sa man, kung binagsaon. Sige, you do your binagsa daw.
if binagsaon ma'am, cash for
credit and debit, ako ang gihimo kay cash first 50,000, then sa debit 50,000, on account credit 60,000, then sa debit ko 60,000.
Ha? Nalibog ko. Nalibog ko. Your
Ako
entry
sila,
should be cash on hand, debit. Sige, klaro ha.
Yes, ma'am.
Debit,
cash on hand debit kay cash 50,000, then sa credit ma'am kay 50,000. May gilahi-lahi na ko ma'am, dili na sila pwede.
sa imong i-credit, what is the account title? You have to be specific. What's the credit? Credit what?
Akong account title ma'am is, unsa na number? 7.
7.
Kaya nilantan naman ko sa YouTube ma'am, medical fees income.
Medical fees income, correct.
Okay. Kitapot na di ay ma'am, ang credit kay 50,000, then ang credit kay, debit sa lalong na 60,000, then ang credit 50,000 and 60,000 ma'am. Sakto na di ay. Ma'am, hello.
O ani mo, imo ginakompleto imong sentence. Inani imong answer. Debit, cash on hand, 50,000. Credit, medical fees, income, 50,000. Debit, accounts receivable, 60,000. Credit, medical fees, income, 60,000. Muna imong giputi pasabot?
Yes ma'am. Pero dili complete ako sentence.
Correct. Dapat complete na imuhang debit, credit. I-specify nimo ang imong account title. Kay pag checking ako ana, dili na nako korekan kung debit, credit niya, wala specific account title. You have to be specific. Sige ha, katong mayong gias ganina, ang correct ato kung pwede nimo bulago. 50,000 debit.
Ano ni ma'am? Cash on hand, 50,000, medical fees income, 50,000, accounts receivable, 60,000, medical fees income, 60,000.
Kana, correct.
Ma'am.
Diba?
With me ma'am.
Yes, kasi pangutana.
Pwede na po siya gusahon ma'am. Like ina ni cash on hand, debit 50,000, accounts receivable, debit 60,000, then medical fees income, credit 110,000.
Yes, when I answer ganina ni Ellie, that's correct.
Okay,
Kung
ma'am.
imo na, ang tawag ana niya class, kung dili usa ka debit usa ka credit. That's a singular. Kung daghan na ganing debit or daghang credit, na siya gitawag og compound entries. In any case, that is still correct. Okay? O, tana, before we move on to September 9. As para ba ning September? Kutog pa ning 30.
Okay na ma'am.
Okay na? Let's have September 9. Volunteers.
Aiza, ma'am. Aiza.
Liza.
On September 9, Dr. Alegre made an additional cash investment of 350,000. So, cash on hand is on debit is 350,000. Kay an additional man siya sa asset, ma'am. Then ang iyahang credit is 350,000 G Alegre.
Okay. Very good. That's correct. Okay. Oh, additional cash investment fund. So it means that the clinic received cash additional from the owner, Dr. Alegre. So, dapat ma-debit kag cash, kay mo-increase man yung cash, makadawat mo kag additional. And then, of course, you have to credit the investment money siya class. So, that's correct. Very good. Next, September 11, 9/11, would like to volunteer.
Ay ko, ma'am.
Identify,
Villalon.
kinsa ni?
Villalon.
Villalon. Okay.
Sige. September 11, full payment of the note issued to Manila Medical Equipment Supply Company, 515,000.
Debit, notes payable, 560,000. Credit, cash on hand, 550,000.
Okay, very good. Why debit notes payable?
Kuan man, haning makuha naman nimo ang notes, ay katong imong notes payable before nga gi-issue sa kuan, Manila Medical Equipment Supply kay mabayad naman ka. So, bali, wala na kay talarian dito.
And notes payable is a liability. Okay, and if we would like to decrease a liability, we are going to debit or credit?
Debit lang.
Debit, very good. So that is why you are going to debit the note. For since you are paying, you have to credit cash on hand. Very good, Kuya. Questions for September 11? Claro, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's move on to September 14. Volunteer.
Ako, ma'am, Aishin.
Yaishin.
Same Japon siya sa 7, ma'am. Medical fees for the week. Cash is 30,000 debit. Accounts receivable is 10,000 debit. And medical fees income is 40,000 pesos credit.
Okay, so just like that's the same aning number sa September 7. So no need for additional explanation. If inyo siyang gibulag, cash on hand 30,000 and then credit miscellaneous medical debit accounts receivable 10,000, credit medical is income 10,000, that is still correct. Let's have September 15. Credo, go.
Collected into the patient's account 60,000 pesos. The account's title is debit. Medical fees income 60,000 pesos credit.
You are going to recognize medical fees not already credit medical fees income in September 7. Diba kaning nag-entry ka o 60,000 on account, your entry was debit accounts receivable, credit medical fees income. If na-collect na nimo ang 60,000 in September 15, record ba gihapon ka medical fees income?
Accounts receivable.
Accounts receivable, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Nga naman accounts receivable, who was that? Was it, isa to? Binaunhan?
Tamayo, ma'am.
Tamayo, okay. Ano mga accounts receivable, Tamayo?
Accounts receivable ang kaysa sa nimo kay naa sa debit kay nag-increase man ang imong asset. Diri sa number 18 ay 15 naano siya sa credit kay ni-decrease man wala namang kay kuluha ang accounts receivable, so kay nadugangan ang imong asset which is cash on hand mao nga as debit.
Okay, very good explanation. So, isa to, si Credo, you should not recognize miscellaneous again. Diba? Okay, this is the same client, this is the same patient. Imuhang pag September 7 o medical fees income. So, if you are going to credit medical fees income in September 15, madouble ang imuhang pag-recognize of income. Ang actual nga nakita mo in September 15 is that you collected receivables. Okay? So, sa September 7, di ba ato man gi-debit og 60,000 accounts receivable. So, meaning, as mentioned by Clarissa, you're going to decrease now your you're now going to decrease your accounts receivable. Kaya you're already collecting ba? Diba? Ang accounts receivable is an asset man. So when it is collected, it should be credited. And what was because when you collect, of course, cash man ang imong i-collect ana. So dapat cash on hand Dapat, ang imuhang correct entry here is 60,000 for the amount that you collect, and then you credit accounts receivable para ma-close tong accounts receivable nga imong gi-debit in September 7. Klaro, class? Nasabtan ni siya.
Okay naman.
Okay, careful mo na ha. Dapat dili kaduha mo recognize ang income for the same account. Let's go to September 8. Volunteer.
Erla, ma'am.
Ha? Erla?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Erla.
September 18, both medical ko for 30,000. So, the account titles should be medical supplies and accounts payable. So, i-debit ang unused 30,000 kay mo increase man ang assets and accounts payable is credited mo. Sakto ba?
Accounts payable, why?
Liability.
Kan man, ma'am, both medical supplies on account. Di man
Very
cash.
good. Very good, Erla. That's correct. Since you are buying the medical supplies on account, you have to recognize accounts payable. So again, here because we are buying medical supplies, we receive assets. So unused medical supplies, debit 30,000, credit accounts payable, 30,000. Okay, second to the last. Medical fees income for 2 weeks. Okay, very easy. Volunteer.
Zada mo. Yan siya, ma'am.
Bantang daw.
Isa to.
Ay, ano? Zada, ma'am.
Really? Okay, okay, Lisa.
Ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, medical fees income. Cash receivable 40,000 for debit. Dayon 17,000 din.
Aloha. What is your debit?
40,000, ma'am. Ang account receivable, ma'am, kay 70,000.
Ito man tong 40,000. Isang account.
Cash on hand. Asset.
Account payable.
Cash.
Cash.
Cash on hand.
Medical fees income for 2 weeks, cash 40,000, on account 70,000. So your debit should be
Ang debit, ma'am, kay 70,000. Medical fees income.
debit pata, debit.
Saan, ma'am? Cash on hand.
Okay, and then what else?
And medical fees income.
Uy, kasalaang tahanan. Ay,
Ngayon, ma'am. Ang medical fees income, ma'am, kay 40,000.
Okay. So, dapat ang debit is, again, debit,
Ma'am, kay cash on hand, ma'am, kay 40,000. Dayon 70,000.
what is the 70,000? Specify. Debit, cash on hand, 40,000. Credit, do you mean credit, medical fees income, 40,000?
No, ma'am. For the debit, ma'am. Ang medical fees income.
Debit? Why are we debiting medical fees income? Wala ka number 7 and September 14, ha? Not listening to us. Balik-balik na ni, katulo na ni. That's why I said it's very easy.
Wait. Ang account receivable, ma'am, kay ang account receivable, ma'am, kay 40,000 for and 17,000 for debit, ma'am. Then, sa medical fees,
Receivable. Wait a minute. Accounts receivable, 40,000. Naabay accounts receivable, 40,000.
cash on hand, ma'am, 40,000 and 70,000.
No, 70 even. That is on account. What is the account title you use when the income is on account? Paid on account. Are you going to use cash? No, that's not cash. Wala ka nakadawat og cash when you kanang on account if ipautang. So what is your debit there if ipautang?
40,000, ma'am.
No, what's the account title?
Cash on hand, 40,000.
Rini, ipautang.
What? Tumisip na po.
Diba? Guys, sorry, I'm not being angry ba ha? I just would like everyone to understand you. Munang putihan kay ko. Okay. Nauna ko na to ha. Nga for 2 weeks. Ang imong income, gibayaran ka in 2 ways. Duha ka ways ka naka-income. Gibayaran kag cash. So, 40,000 imong nakolekta nga cash from your sales. Ug naapoy giutang. Ang giutang nga mga sales nimo, 70,000. Kung saan man nimo pag-record, ang question is, how are you going to record the cash mga sales on account or katong mga sales nga giutang sa imuhang customer? How are you going to make your entry? Dapat ang imong entry mo reflect na siya sa transaction sa September 28.
So, ang cash on hand, dayon ang account receivable kay 70,000. Ang medical fees income tanan, ma'am, kay 110,000.
Really? How much?
110,000, ma'am.
Okay, very good. That's 110,000. How do
Ang 30 o ang 70 kay
Okay, very good.
total naman.
Okay. So that dapat kung mo-answer ka, cash on hand 40,000, accounts receivable 70,000, that's debit, and then the credit will be medical fees income 70,000. Okay, let's go to the or wait sa class katong wala pa naka-answer. Isa to. Wala pa na. Para nagtagaan na tong chance.
Katong kuan, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Katong dito sa
28. I'm asking for September 30. Isa wala pa naka. Sana na ba? Kasi tani ko. Ay, nawala. Answer na data na. Sige, anybody?
Namayong ragas. Namayong.
Let's have to redeem herself. Let's go, Alma.
Let's go. Okay. We pay the following expenses. Taxes and licenses, 20,000. Salaries of attendance, 45,000. And utilities expense is 40,000. So, 20,000 debit. Dayon, taxes and license, 20,000 credit.
Oops. Alma, nabalitad na pud ka. Nabalitad. Yes. Kung mo increase tag expenses, di ba pa, nung dumito si Alice, kung mo increase tag expenses, are we going to debit or are we going to credit?
Debit.
Debit.
Nabali na po.
Nabali. So, what will be the entry considering that we're going to debit?
Ang accounts payable, 20,000 credit. Taxes and licenses, 20,000 debit. Dayon, cash, cash 45,000 ibutang sa debit. Then,
Ay, wait sa. Ang even sa September 30 is paid the following expenses. Di bayad ka. Wala tayo accounts payable. Paid the following expenses.
okay. So, kung saan man siya, mga bali din ako
Nice tag expense and then makuhaan atong kwarta. What will be the entry?
So, ang accounts payable, about 20,000 licenses, 20,000 sa debit, then, ang cash, 45,000 at sa credit, yung salary sa batang dito sa debit, then, notes payable, 40,000 sa credit, dayon, utilities expense, 40,000 for debit, correct ba ma'am?
Okay. Dapat is cash on hand. Ano man? Anybody from the group who can explain anong
Tamayo, ma'am.
Yes, Tamayo?
Cash on hand, ma'am, kay ang given, ma'am, kay paid the following expenses uni pa. So, ang gipagawas nimo kay kwarta sa tanang expenses pagbayad.
Ang premise on September 30, I mean, you are already paying. So, paid the following expenses. So, pay attention to the word that was used. Paid. What ipasabot, nakuhaan na cash, imo nang ibayaran. So, we are not going to use the terms payable anymore. Dapat, credit na to kanan cash. Okay? So, what will be the correct entry? Cash na siya. So, also may correct entry given the so, imo ra nang enumerate mo ang expenses. Yes, enumerate mo ang expenses and then i-credit and give me the revised entry. When we have yes,
Ma'am, so taxes and license is an expense. So taxes, salaries, utilities is all in debit side kasi expense po sila sa lahat. So taxes is salaries 45k sa debit din po. Utilities debit 40k. Sa another key account title is cash on hand. So credit side is 105,000.
105 is
Credit side.
correct. That is 20,000 plus 45,000 plus 40,000. So credit cash on hand 105. Very good. Any clarifications, class? Before we go, kaya nag-overtime na po. Ay, remember ha, dapat umangutan. Kasi we're taking a quiz on Friday next week.
Ma'am, i-total to sila tanan, di ba, ma'am?
So, i-total. But if maglisod pa mo, kung beginner pa ka, pwede na mo mag-bilang sa like, salaries expense, debit, credit na po ka cash on hand, taxes and licenses, debit, credit na po ka cash on hand, utilities expense, debit, credit cash on hand. That's still okay. No problem.
Gani, sakto ta mong 28, di ba? Mo ganang bangtana kanang.
Sa 28, gabi nagsaka.
Oh, ganang.
Yan. So,
Cash.
cash.
Transaction ma'am, duha ka transaction, duha ka transaction.
Okay, that's okay. That's still correct. Debit ka cash, 40,000. Credit ka ni notice income, the accounts receivable, and correct na siya. No problem. Anything else? Class?
Kanang sa end of September, kanang whole September nga transaction, i-total pa ba na sa tanan?
What do you mean in total?
Kanang,
Are you Hi,
kanang, kinahalan pa ba na siya i-total ng kanang from September 1 to September 30 nga mga...
So, ang kanang total, Ana, is the posting. Advance na kahit di pa mag-isip, ma'am. So, ato ka, Ana, sa posting na. So, after sa nga i-discuss is posting to the ledger. Ang posting to the ledger, that is already the summary. After the posting, you're going to generate to make the trial balance. So, kanang sa trial balance nga makita niyo for the month, that is already the summary for September 1 up to September 30.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. So, sa journalizing, wala tayo na total, ma'am?
Yes, wala.
Okay.
Journalize. Yes. The account, that is already posting to the ledger. Ano kayong advance? So, ang atong i-discuss pa karon is all the journal entries. We have to make sure that all your journal entries are correct. Because, kung dili na sakto inyong ipang debit, credit, naturalmente, wrong po na inyong i-post sa inyong ledger. So, dapat ma-master o sa ninyo ang correct journalizing.
Pag-journalizing, magtanong ko ang
Journalize.
balik ibo may nama.
Yes. Kaya kung sayop inyong journal entry, sayop na mo tanan class, wala yung pag-asa yun.
Alright.
So kung mag-finals pa, kung finals ninyo is, gikan of journalizing pa dun o financial statement preparation man. Ayun, mamatay na ko aron nis. Yes, makamatay yung wrong yung journal entry dahil. So kung wrong inyong journal entries, wrong na mo forever.
Wrong na ko forever.
Wrong na mo forever.
Para ano, sa taman.
Simple na lagi na ako. Simple na dyan kayo. Simple na. Subject. Pero ako na lang siguro itong simplihan. Gabayan pa na ako. And
Simplihin na lang mambigan mo mga upang na direct. Mga upang.
Thank you agad, ma'am.
So, basta ka na ha, dapat perfect na ninyo inyong journal entries. So, okay, we will have 5-2, Wednesday, gihapon. Wednesday, Friday, gihapon na po ang meeting class. So, on Monday, you do your self-study. You can, during our time, 7:45 to 8:45, you can chat me if you have clarification. So, you can go over the 5-1. Okay, balikin ninyo na, kalimti itong mga entries and then do your own journal entries as if it's your first time saying the problem. I-test ninyo yung self if napa may na-retain sa akong discussion today. 5-1, you should be able to answer 5-2 correctly. So, kung na-wrong to, na yung mga analysis nga nasimple ko sa 5-1, kindly redo 5-2. Para pag-sharing na to, pero na ninyo i-submit balik. So, wrong naman to sa inyong submission. At least, sa inyong oral presentation or sa inyong oral sharing, correct na inyong answer. So, we will have 5-2. I expect everyone to be perfect na sa 5-2. Correct na natanong
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Hindi mo pwede i-edit ang pan lang. Ang sabihin.
Yeah.
Ay, katong sa 5-2, ma'am, dahil edit na mo tanong yun, katong yun.
So, hanggang mag-edit ato.
Sa, ano ma'am, 5-2,
Yeah,
edit na mo
Sige. Ako to i-open. Ako i-open ha. And then you resubmit 5-2.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Close na ko sa kong fuel ha. Ako itong i-edit, your deadline will be Monday. Ay, ilang Monday is holidays.
Holiday, ma'am.
November 2 ang inyong deadline. November 2, 7:30 p.m. Wait.
Huwag lang ang tanan di para mag-birthday.
Wow, sana all.
Number
Ako
4
na
ang
isang subject. Ako na isang subject yung pinakasayo
zero
natin.
ako ate.
So, ang accounting, naging mo na gani siya, pinakasayon nga accounting. Accounting nga one. Simplified. Simplified accounting. Hindi lamang. Basta kay perfect sa kuan. Perfect na mo sa finals ninyo ha. Dapat maka-answer mo Okay, ako nag-usog November 2, 7:45 p.m. ang kuan.
Deadline.
Revised deadline sa journalizing activity 1. Activity 1 pa lang na. So, you have to edit, especially yung 5-2, kay dagan na pagod na. And your deadline will be 7:45 p.m. Atong time. November 2 lang, dili lang November 3 kay over na kayo, very extended. Correct your answers and submit it before the deadline. Okay, any more questions?
Thank you, ma'am.
Mini ka points, ma'am. Kanan.
That is 78 points.
Dako ganun.
24 plus
Chikon may tanan.
24 plus 54 points ang 5-2. So, kagalan dyan din yung first one si 5-2 kay baling daghan ang class. 54 points to 78 points in total.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Wa da gyud ako na record eh.
Yes, Clip.
Ang pag-checking sa kwan, ma'am ba? Kung sayo ni sa accounts title.
Wala na.
Yung dito
So, dapat,
yung
S. Pagkauma. Try ra.
correct code,
Shift S or Shift A. Or Shift B. Ano to? Ano?
saan ako? Nawal ako class.
Saan sa?
Shift
So, ang
S.
inyong, ang akong ways to check is dapat
Shift B.
correct ang account title sa debit and the amount.
Ano?
Then, correct ang account title sa credit and the amount. 1.1 point. So, if katong inyong ang gingon ganina nga, inyong gilain-lain, that's still 2 points. Total, ang total nga akong tanaw. Per entry, 2 points. Dapat man siya nakakompound.
Utang ang journalizing, ma'am. Dila siya butang total, ma'am. Sa tanan.
Ano mo
You mean the full thing? Total of the debits and total of the credits. Are you using general journal?
Dapat same na sila.
Tamang gito
Yes, miss. Ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes.
Total
Ang
sa tanan.
dili day ang katong total nga katong. Yes, you do that. That's what you call putting. So check lang if balance in yung debit and balance in yung
Dapat
credit.
balance.
If you're using the general book, much better if matotal siya para ma-check. This experience yun before nga manual accounting system, kina-total yun na siya class. Kaya sometimes, ang imuhang kamot masipyat, imong mata malibat, pagsulat. So, that's, pareha itong ganina, 50,000 yan. Per TTI.
Wala na sakto tungod ba?
Okay? Any more questions? Alas 9 na class. Mga ona, pakoy kaon class. Mato na pa.
Unya ra, ma'am. Charot.
Okay naman.
Pagka-move on ay send. Move on na.
On account.
Na.
Cash, the artist sa cash.
Payee. To submit it before the deadline, November 2, 7:45 p.m. Kamu na'y bahala gingon sa inyong classmate if ganahan mo share or dili sa mga absinot. Okay, I will see you again next week, Wednesday. Bye, class!
Thank you, ma'am!
Thank you, ma'am.